Welcome to Solidworks tutorial series. In this video, we are going to do Solidworks basic sketching. But before that, go ahead and click New to open the part environment. Select Part, then OK. This will take you to a part environment. While in this part environment, verify that you are working in the correct units. For example, here I'm working in millimeters, grams, and second. If this is not okay for you, please go ahead and select the appropriate one. So click Sketch, then select Front Plane. We'll start with the line command. In the line command, we have just a demo showing you on what the line command does. We also have a drop down arrow there showing more options on the line command. So we'll go ahead and start with the line command. Line command is simply making lines like that. And to move out of the line command, just press escape key on your keyboard. Also realize there is a ribbon showing you what to do next with the line command. This is called rubber banding. After making a couple of drawings, you might need to do a selection or delete them. There are two types of doing selection. We have window selection, and also we do have a crossing box. So we have a window box and a crossing box. So this is a window box. Window box is you hold the left mouse key and you move mouse towards your right. Whatever is within the window box is selected. But this one is a crossing box. You hold the mouse key, then you drag it towards the left. Whatever is crossing this box will be selected and can be deleted. The next bit now we do the rectangle command. Yes, under rectangle command, we do have like 5 options of drawing a rectangle. We have corner rectangle, then we have center rectangle, we have 3 corner rectangle, and finally we have a parallelogram. So we'll start with the corner rectangle. We also do have the graphic showing there the 1 and 2 is the order on which you draw the rectangle. For example, for the center rectangle, point 1 is at the center, then the second point is one of the corners on top there. Then we do have 3 corner rectangle. 3 corner rectangle, we have first point, second point, then the third point there as our third corner. Then we do have that center rectangle, 3-point center rectangle like that. Then finally we do have a parallelogram. Parallelogram is easy, just that is the first point, then second point, then third point. You can either shift it in any direction, doesn't matter. Then we can go ahead and click OK. The next bit I want to explain on relation. You can see when drawing that line, we have a yellow mark on the side of that line, but once you click, it automatically turns to blue. These are called automatic relations. You will find them when doing your sketches. They are added automatically in your sketches. For example, if I try to move this corner on the right, on the left side, it can't move. It can only move up and down. But if I go ahead and delete these 2 relations, then I'll have the freedom to move this corner either way like that. And I also have the freedom to add the relation of whatever I want. For example, if I want these two lines to be perpendicular, I just go ahead and select the two of them, then I add that relation there, perpendicular relation. And now no matter what I do, these two lines will always remain perpendicular to each other, like that. So this means that relations can be deleted, can be added. Here also we do have these, let's say, three entities here on the screen. One which has no relation has the freedom to just to move around. And let's say we have a circle there, and I select a line. You realize that no matter the point I put that line there, it will always be tangent to that circle there. You can see we have tangential relation and also we have coincident relation. Coincident means that a point has been shared with two or more entities. Let me also show you how you can add the relations manually on an existing sketch. So probably I want a tangential relation here. I can select the circle and the line. Then I just add the tangential relation there. Let's say I want this one to be horizontal, like that. Then probably I want this line to be vertical. I can just go ahead and add them like that. So relations can be added and can be deleted at the same time. So the next command I will do is the circle command. We only have two types. We have center circle and now we have the 3-point circle there, where we have that first point, second point, and the third point, like that. So circle command is straightforward. Below circle command, we do have arcs, and we have three types of arc. So we have center point arc as the first one. Select the center point. Then if you run into that problem, just move around it again so that you get an arc like that. So that is a center point arc. The third arc there is called the 3-point arc, where you moved up to the end points. Now the third point is where you able to move the radius there. So the tangential arc needs an existing entity or sketch, so that we can now go ahead and select the tangential arc like that. So that is the tangential arc. It needs an existing sketch or entity for it to be tangential towards to. Another thing I wanted to explain under the arc command is that we do have an inbuilt arc command in the line command. So this is usually called line arc cancel, whereby when you're in line command like this, the last point there can just move my cursor back to the last point selected. So without clicking anything, the arc will be generated automatically like that. I just click there, then I move away from that point, then comes again, then I'll have an arc there. So this will come in handy also when you are working with a complicated sketch and you don't want to move away from the line command. The next thing we'll tackle is concerning the adding smart dimensioning in your sketches. But there is an order in which these things are done. First, we do have automatic relations added to your sketch. Then the second bit will have to add the manual relations depending on the way you want them. Then lastly, now we can now go ahead and add the dimensions on your sketches there. So when you add the smart dimensioning, also we do have an option of spinning wheel below this search floating window here. We do have a spinning wheel where you can use to adjust the dimensioning accordingly. This is just for reference purposes. So another option, you can just go ahead and use the arrow key there, up and down, or you can just go ahead and add the values manually. Let's say here we have 41 millimeters. We can go ahead and do a smart dimensioning on other parts too, like that. Let's say here we have 25. The next bit, let's say we also do have a line like this. So sometimes to add a smart dimensioning, this line is sometimes confusing between the real value and the vertical value there. So for you to lock it to a specific entity that you want, you have to right click. You can see after you have right click, then it just locks automatically. For example, you can see now they keep on displaying like that. So if I right click on the mouse, then it just locks automatically no matter where I move it now. So the next bit now, we want to add smart dimensioning between two different sketches within the same window. Let's say that circle has a diameter of 120. Then I want to add a relation between the circle and the sketch below it like that. But I realized that I need to move this dimensioning below this sketch entity that is called repositioning, whereby I can just readjust my dimensioning accordingly like that. But sometimes you love to do your sketches and you do smart dimensioning at the same time. That is called numeric sketch input. To do that, just go to options. Under options, select system option. Then now we go to sketch. So we can see there we have create dimension only when the value is entered. Go ahead and check that box. Then click OK. So this is how this works, whereby when you are doing your sketches, you can just add smart dimensioning directly on the sketch command rather than coming to add them later. So this will only add dimensioning when you input a value. If you don't input a value, then the dimensioning won't be added there. So this comes in handy and it makes your sketching very efficient, and you don't have to consume a lot of time during your sketches. Also, I would love to explain on what it means for a sketch to be fully defined, what it means for a sketch to be underdefined, and also when a sketch is overdefined. So for example, this figure here, or this sketch here, we can go ahead and add some of the dimensions. right now. So let's say the upper bit there is 30 millimeters. Then this one is, let's say it is 20 millimeters. Then down here, also when doing dimensioning and you realize you are not sure whether the part which if you check your sketch is showing underdefined, but you're not sure which part is remaining to other dimensioning to, you can just move your sketch or drag it around to see which part is changing. If you check now below the screen there, it shows fully defined, and we are good to go. Let me just also explain something on this. If I intentionally delete the dimensioning of 20 millimeters and complete our sketch there, you are going to see a small dash sign there on the sketch. This means that our sketch is not fully defined. Sketch which is fully defined won't have that sign there. So let me go ahead and add this dimensioning here, and it was 20, like that. Click OK. If you now move out of this sketch window, you can see now the sign is no longer there. That means that your sketch is fully defined now. Yes, so if I go ahead and add smart dimensioning in this area, I will have a conflict here. We have make the dimensioning driven or make dimensioning driving. So driven dimension won't be affected by the changes in the sketch. It will adjust accordingly. As you can see now, it changes to 40. And driven dimension, you can't change it, but it is being driven by changes made on the sketch. You can see that it can't be changed. But when you double click on this dimensioning, you're able to change it. So driven dimensions are being used for reference only, but they don't really play a part in controlling the sketch. Also, let's say I had it as a driving dimensioning. So driving means that it will be controlling the sketch, and changes can be made to it. But if I do that, you can see I have a warning message showing me that there is a conflict in my sketch and my sketch is overdefined. To move about this problem, just click on overdefined bit of it. Then we'll have a solution of either doing a diagnosis, or we can have a manual repair. So if we click diagnosis, you can see we have 9 possible solutions to solving this overdefined issue. You can see you can go through each one of them and see which entity you'll have to, or you will have to delete. Also, if we explore on manual repair, we also do have 9 possible solutions. So we can either decide to delete one of these relations there. If you delete that, then our sketch is now okay. So what I will advise for beginners is that if you do have an issue of overdefined sketch, just write Ctrl Z to move one step backward. So here we want to talk about converting an entity to construction geometry. For example, if I have a circle like this and I want to convert it to a construction geometry, I just select the circle, then check that box for construction. So construction geometry is usually being used to, it's not really part of the sketch, but it is being used to guide you, probably to show you the boundary and how far you can go. So there's also, we have a construction geometry and we have a center line. So the two are similar because there's no much difference between the two. We have construction geometry is just made of a construction line. Under line command, we do also have a option of midpoint. This is just able to show you the middle of a line or the middle of a of a sketch or a geometry. It makes the work easier to, without having to do a smart dimensioning. Then you get the midpoint. So finally, here we have a small exercise for you, and if you have been following this tutorial keenly, now it is the time for you to shine. So here is a profile. This profile was made out of a line command and a few arcs. And the hint I will give you here is that you are supposed to start from the center point there, moving towards clockwise direction. And also we have a couple of relations. Some will have to add manually, some you will have to delete, then you add yours manually. Then later you'll have to add smart dimensioning on your sketches. In case you will run into problems, please let me know on the comment section. And another hint I would love to give is that please ensure you do use the line arc Campbell, the one we covered in this lesson. That will really make your work easier drawing these arcs here. So thank you for watching, and please do remember to subscribe to this channel and support me in the next coming tutorial. Thank you very much, and let's catch up in the next lesson. Bye.